In this video, we heard from Sarah from Allenson, Michigan, and she submitted her listing to us and asked us to take a look at the dining room. And this works out perfectly because the dining room happens to kind of be inside of the kitchen. And we wanted to talk about kitchens today because we always get asked, what sort of things should I do to my kitchen in my Airbnb? Is it even worth it to touch the kitchen? Do I just leave it alone? There are so many things that can be done to an Airbnb kitchen without doing any renovations. And we're gonna tell you exactly what that is in this video. So let's take a look at what the area currently looks like right now. So it's kind of crammed. You've got like the entryway, kitchen, and dining all in one spot, which is very, very difficult to deal with. Hard layout to really design.
But quite common. Like a lot of these properties now are open concept. We design ones like this all the time. There's just strategy to it and a key good space plan. It also looks very white and just not intentionally designed.
First and foremost, we like to kind of deal with cabinets and like the walls. So in this instance, we're gonna keep the white cabinets, but we are going to change out the hardware. Doing something simple like that makes such a difference. And we're gonna go with this sort of like farmhousey, modern yet antique-y cabinet full, just in black. It's going to do a lot for the space when it's all said and done.
If they were looking a little bit outdated, which we often see in properties, that's where we would maybe allocate some budget to consider painting those cabinets, like make them look a little more alive again, give it that boost. But in this property, they look to be in good condition. We're gonna just do the pulls, more budget friendly, and we're gonna take that paint onto the walls. So we went with Vintage Vogue by Benjamin Moore. Nice green, it's on brand for the Michigan vibes in the woods, and it'll just bring in life to the property and give it some color.
And a strategy behind that is that there's kind of like a half backsplash going on right now. It's a deep green backsplash already. And I think people get a lot confused, or it's a budget issue where they don't know if they need to go all the way up the wall. Where does it start? Where does it stop? Ideally, you want to backsplash like all of the available wall just because it does look complete. But if you can't do that, or you've bought in a property that has an incomplete backsplash, matching it with a paint is a very good strategy and something easy and budget friendly to do to make it feel complete. So that's where we're going to take this green paint, throw it up the rest of the way up the wall, and take it across to even the door and make that space all become one.
In addition to paint, we're also gonna use some wallpaper, but we're gonna put it on the ceiling. That's our fun thing that we always like to do, and especially when ceilings are lower. It's gonna just add more dimension up there, make it seem bigger, and bring that pop to the ceiling.
Yeah, and I think people really fear to do anything to the ceiling when it is lower, but that's exactly when you should do something, because you can't raise the ceiling, so you may as well bring it down and incorporate it and make it a part of the room. And then there's not a ton of space to do a lot in this area. So lastly, we are going to focus on the dining area. There's a circular table in here right now, but it doesn't really feel like it's meant to be there. We are going to go with something a little bit more rectangular to kind of align with the box shape of the room. We're going to do this black rectangular table and switch out the chairs as well. We want to put this table right up against the wall to really utilize the rest of the space and make it feel open and airy. And then if you want even more space, a tip that you guys can do is get a table with 2 leaves at either side. That can be folded down and pushed even more into the corner so you have more space in the kitchen. And then if you have lots of people over, bring it into the middle, fold the tables up. Something like that is going to be the best use for this space because it is just a smaller kitchen/dining space.
And then to finish everything off, just add those accessories. So we want to add a rug underneath the dining table. Some people don't like to do that, but we do because it adds pattern, it adds warmth. Go with something that's durable, that's not going to have stains, and it's just easily cleaned, right? Airbnbs are constantly being cleaned. In addition to that, we're going to opt for a new statement light fixture over top of the dining table, and also new curtains. So we want to make sure that curtains are going from floor to ceiling. So that is another thing to watch for. And we went with nice, beautiful ones that ties the room together.
Such an easy way to define a dining space. Even if there isn't a spot for a light above the dining table, get one roughed in. It will make such a difference. It goes back to the zones that we always talk about. It zones out the dining table and makes it feel more intentional.
So to wrap everything up, the question is where do we allocate budget? It varies per property, per kitchen. I think you really need to understand where is your best ROI going to be, allocated, and walking through the options. It can get costly when you're, renovating kitchens, and all in all, you don't need to do that. Paint goes a long way, as well as the accessories and everything else.
So that is how you transform a kitchen with no renovations.
So here's what the kitchen dining area looks like after all of our suggestions.
And to shop everything we talked about, go to the description and click on the showroom. You'll have everything there that you need.
And if you have a room in your property that you want us to walk through, improve, make suggestions, be sure to submit your listing to our website and we would love to do a video on your property.
And also, please subscribe to our channel, you guys. We do tons of videos like this. Go check out some of the other ones that we've made as well.